You mean a Q&A?
We're doing the Q&A. And Jahnay,
Mummy to you.
Jahnay and Iniyah-Reign Harris.
What she really meant is, hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A.
Yes, and we're just doing my mommy's concert and then... Oh, sorry.
You were just doing my mummy's questions and then we're going to do some of your questions too. Good. So the first one I got was, I just wanted to say you're doing so well raising your daughter. God bless you. And who's Reign's favourite, mummy or daddy? So that question is to you, Reign. Who's your favourite, mummy or daddy? Be honest.
Daddy.
I knew it. I'm not gonna lie. I know it, Reign. But I still love you. I'm not gonna lie. I was a daddy's girl too. It runs in the blood. Girls are always daddy's girls. So that was the first question, and Reign answered daddy with no hesitation.
My daddy's my best friend. That's why.
Question number 2 was, what names were options before you chose Iniyah-Reign? My mum actually chose Reign's name, the name Reign. And Iniyah, me and her dad came up with. It was actually going to be Anaya, Anaya. But I decided that I wanted to be a bit different. And I wanted to choose I-N, Iniyah. And when I researched it, it meant I think it was Arabic, or it meant good worker. So I thought, did you know that, Reign? Your name Iniyah means good worker. Yeah, I searched it on Google. So Iniyah means good worker. Good worker, good work ethic, reign, powerful, like you're going to reign over everything you do. You have power, you have authority, you're going to be destined for greatness. Like, that name just meant so much to me. So I thought I'll tell you about where the Iniyah-Reign came from. Was my mum, and the power in the name Reign, the power of authority. Like, you know, the queen reigns, king reigns, they have power, they have authority, they own so much, they're great. So the names before were, the funniest one, her dad wanted to call her. I said, oh, I like the name Reign. He was like, I don't like it by itself. You need to put something else before it. I said, what? He goes, how about Morena?
That's nice.
Right. I'm sorry to anyone who's out there and their name's Morena, but I won't call my child Morena. I said, oh, you're right. I said, Morena who? Morena where? I'm not naming my child Morena. Like, that sounds like a planet from Mars. Like, no. Planet from, you know what I mean. So then I then said, oh, what about Majesty? He's like, Majesty, are you serious? No, you're taking it too far now. Because I just wanted to be different. So Morena was one of them. Majesty. Yeah, they are nice names. But I just didn't want, your dad didn't want to name you Majesty and I didn't want to name you Morena. But he really didn't want Reign by itself. So I said, okay, how about Iniyah? I don't know. I can't remember exactly how I found it. Actually, I think it was on Google and I typed in world's best names for girls and Iniyah came up. And I thought, wow, I like the name Iniyah. Then I changed it, the spelling, to Iniyah. So that's why her name is Iniyah-Reign, because Iniyah means good worker. And Reign, we all know what the, no offense, Reign. I did wish I was having a boy, and I did want a boy first. So I thought I was having a boy. So Reign's name for the first 4 months was Nazir. Yes, Nazir, a name that my mum gave me as well. Definitely the name, like, I like it. And that's Nas's name as well, you know, artist. But wasn't a boy. She's a lovely, beautiful little girl. And her name is Iniyah-Reign. So those were the names options before Iniyah-Reign. Nazir, Morena, Majesty, a few others. I know a lot of people thought that I was going to name my daughter India because I was obsessed with that name when I was younger. But that name never came into my head once. Like, as much as I love the name and I think it's a beautiful name, I just couldn't name my daughter. Those out there, fathers, I do think you should take a lot of time, a lot of pen to paper, and a lot of research when you're naming your child, because names have so much power. Like, I know a lot of people, even once when I went to Jamaica, I said my daughter's name and they were like, Rian, why would you name her Rian? Like the weather? I was like, no. And I got really annoyed. I was like, no. Like, the king reign. And he kept going on, oh, that's why she bad, because I said her name is like the king. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to be the king. I said, okay, I said, Reign like the queen reigns, like power, like authority, like she's going to be great. That type of reign, you understand? I was getting really annoyed. But I get some people think that, but no, it's not. It's spelled R-E-I-G-N, reign. Do your research. Yeah? So the third question was, what is motherhood like for you now compared to the beginning? I wouldn't say, I think there's more challenges, if I'm honest, motherhood now compared to the beginning. Because in the beginning, you basically do everything. And the baby just sits there and lets you do everything until they can get to walk and crawl. I think after walking the crawling stage, that's when it becomes more harder. That's when you have to get routine. That's when you have to get structure, bedtimes, dinners. Like, it has to be much more structured the older they get. So I feel like motherhood now for me is harder than it was in the beginning, but it's still a joy. So I feel like this time around stage, I have to be more structured, more organized, write my lists, check them off. So I'll say motherhood now is more challenging, but much more rewarding, because she's at a stage where she can talk, say, Mummy, I love you, Mummy, this, help me, do that for me, I love this, you know? So I'd say motherhood now compared to the beginning is much more challenging and demands much more from you, because you have a child that can talk and that needs much more, because she's not just a baby that's lying there. She's a child with a big brain, a lot of understanding, a lot of clarity, and needs a lot of attention, especially at this young age, because they're a sponge. So I feel like compared to the beginning, it's much more demanding of my time, my mind, my thoughts, everything, when it comes to parenting Reign at this age. Because I believe when she was like 8 months, 6 months, all I had to do was make the bottles, give her kisses, cuddles, put her to bed, hug her, and she didn't really cry. So it was literally just give her attention. She didn't cry at all. When she cried, it was like, oh my gosh, something is literally wrong. So because she was such an easy baby, she didn't demand much at all. I could leave her lying in her Moses basket and go whilst I'm in the kitchen, and she'll put herself to sleep. Like, once she's fed, watered, bathed, she'll just lie there. Like, she was much easier the first year. And then from then,
Mommy,
babies do get bathed. You got bathed a lot. You loved your bath with your Burt's Bees and your oil. Yeah.
when I was a baby, I did.
Yeah, you did. I used to give you lots of baths, and then I used to oil your hair and comb it out. So the fourth question is, what are Reign's interests, favourite things to do, and hobbies? So Reign, this question is for you. What are you interested in?
I'm just going to think.
Okay, you finished thinking, mate?
Not yet.
What's your favourite things? Come on. What is
Orange and strawberry and blueberry and purple.
So basically, she just told you her favourite colour, purple, and all the foods she likes. Well, that answers the question. Her favourite thing to do is eat. She does not stop eating. She's like a Hoover. Eat, 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 eat. Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have that? Can I eat this? Can I eat this? Don't you say that all the time, Reign? So one of Reign's favourite things to do is eat. Eat, 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 eat. Anyone who knows her knows that's true. This belly, nana bottom.
And your favorite thing is to swim in and to go to the beach. I like going on holiday.
The sixth question was, how old are you both? So Reign, how old are you?
I'm 3.
When's your birthday?
I
I'm 23 years old, and I'll be 24 July the 28th. Another question, it was for single mums, what advice would you give to keep going and staying mentally healthy? So I had to think really hard about this one, because this is not an easy thing. Like, I salute every single mother. I salute every mother, because being a mother, regardless of your single mother, with the father, married, is hard. I say the best thing to do as a single mother is to just stay strong. And the question is, how do you stay strong mentally? And I did a video previously about it. It's just having a positive mind. You know that you're single and it's you by yourself. So if you don't get up and look after your child and go out and work and earn money to provide, no one else is going to keep going. If you don't keep going, who is going to look after you? If you don't keep going, Who is going to look after your beautiful little child that looks up to you like you are the greatest thing that they have ever come across? Who is going to look after your beautiful child that looks at you like you are amazing, happy, so full of love, that adores you just for literally just holding them? Like, you need to remember how important your child is. And if you do give up, where would your child be? What would your child have left? Who would they be with? Because if the child's father isn't around, you are the only person they have. So you have to be strong. You have no choice but to be strong. And you have no choice but to go on. And I can tell you, once you continue, once you go on, once you get over the, I can't, actually then again, I feel like you don't actually get over that bit of, I can't do it. Because sometimes that happens naturally, it happens. But you have to say to yourself, you know what? I can do it. I will continue because my little beautiful children is looking at me and I am the only person they have to lean on. So I have to be solid. Feel like you can't go on. Look at your children and think, if I don't, who will? I've got to get up, continue, press on like all the other mothers that are pressing on. Because there's so many mothers out there that are not in the ideal position. But you know what? They wake up every day and say, you know what? I got to make things happen. I got to make a way where there seems no way. Because if I don't, no one else will. It's my responsibility for my child. At the end of the day, I know every mother wants their best for their child. So they're going to go out. This question says, how old was you when you had Reign? And what did you struggle with most during early stages of pregnancy and motherhood? I had Reign at 19. Then 3 weeks later, I turned 20. So I'd say, what did I struggle with most during early stages? The difference in my body. Like, I literally went from, I don't know, like a size 10 or to like a size 16. So my body went from this to this, like stretch marks all over, loose skin, all of that. And then to try and reel it back in, I feel like that was a struggle. And I feel like it was also to learn that it's okay to not have an immediate immediate snapback. Like, social media promotes that, oh my gosh, 2 weeks postpartum, my belly is a 6-pack. No, I didn't have that. 1 month postpartum, I was looking like a sumo still, hench, wearing big clothes. Like, I didn't have that immediate snapback. But I'm happy that I was able to tell myself that it's okay. It takes time. Your body is not used to being exploded and then to shrink back. Your body is not that body. There's some people that can have a baby, have all 7 babies, and after their pregnancy they still have a 4-pack. My genetic makeup is a no from me. I've got to work for it, and I've been working for it. So yeah, I feel like that was one of the main struggles, accepting that my body is not that body that will snap back within 1 week or 2 weeks. I had to wait months, wait till I could get back in the gym and get that back. So that was a struggle for me. But I just want to encourage all the mothers out there that if you've had a baby and you didn't get that immediate snapback, it's okay. Give yourself time. If it's been 5 years, it's not okay. Go to the gym, eat less, and work hard. But the body was the transition. I went from being a very spoiled child that had everything I wanted given to me to then having to work for everything. Like, that was like, whoa. When I had to actually work and pay bills, not just work and keep the money to myself. Yeah, like, whoa, Reign. It was a big whoa. Like, whoa. Whoa. Shock. Horror. Yeah, it was a big shock for me, to be honest, to have to work for myself. Working for myself wasn't the shock for me, to be clear, because I was working from the age of 17. Sports Direct, paid £4 an hour was my first job. Then I went up and up from there. I think, I worked in a betting shop. But whilst I was pregnant and after I was pregnant. But I'd say the biggest shock for me was learning to maintain bills, learning to be on time with my bills, learning to make sure there was money in my account when my bills was coming, like all of that stuff. I never knew. Like, I had to work it out. I had to try and error. Like, literally, I had to learn it like that. Like, I had 9 months to be independent, 100%. I had 9 months to learn how to pay bills, how to earn money, how to buy a car, insure a car, tax it, do all this. Like, I had 9 months to do that all on my own. And I would say that I don't regret one part of it. Like, I'm appreciative of every stage of my life because it's made me who I am today, and it's going to help me become even better in future. Like, everything I've been through. Jahnay, do it. Jahnay, manage your lunch money, your lunch for the day at work. Like, learn how to budget. Like, I didn't learn how to budget properly, and I'm still learning how to budget literally now. But I say I didn't know anything about budgeting until maybe 3 years ago. Like, I didn't even get to understand it because I never had to do it before. So I feel like that was the big wow. Like, Jahnay, you're gonna have to learn to budget now. Like, you're really gonna have to learn to budget. Like,
whoa.
you're gonna whoa. That's how it was. Like, whoa.
Whoa.
So I think that was the biggest thing to me, learning to be independent, fully independent, managing my bills, managing rent, managing petrol, managing car finance. I used to have a car finance that got written off, like so many things. Like, learning to be a true independent person was like, whoa. But we getting there. We there, but we still got a way to go when it comes to the budgeting.
Yikes.
Yikes. But like I said, it's all a learning process. But those two things were the main struggles I had with motherhood. Body image and being independent and learning to manage money properly, like a proper mother, like a proper grown woman at the age of 20. Like, I had to manage money, pay my age of 20, no, the age of 19, I had to do it. 19, like, manage my bills, buy a car, pay for my insurance, pay my phone bill, pay my rent, pay my council tax. I had to pay all of these stuff at the age of 19. And I had never paid a bill before in my life. So that was like, actually no, before the age of 19 and before being pregnant, the bill I was paying was my phone bill, which was only £40. So all I had to make sure was, out of my wages, £40 was going to my phone bill. It went from only paying £40 a month to paying more than £1,000 a month on outgoings and having to work on your own. But it was all a learning process, and it's made me who I am now, and it's going to help me for who I am going to be in the future. But yeah, I'll say those two things were the main things, because being a mother, if I'm honest, it came naturally to me. So that wasn't a struggle. Like, I had loads of younger cousins. I knew how to change nappies. I knew how to be loving. And I think it helped as well because I prayed. Like, I prayed the whole way through my pregnancy. Like, God, make my delivery easy. God, give me the wisdom, the knowledge and understanding I need to be a best mum I can be. I also prayed for Reign. I prayed over her when she was in my womb. I said, God, make her be the most beautiful girl inside and out. Let her bring joy to others. And literally, she is an example of my prayer. Like, whoa, you are an example of my prayer.
Thank you
like,
for watching our video. Bye.
Thank you for watching our Q&A. Like, subscribe, repost, share, whatever you